Clase de hoy today's lesson we're going to learn how to multiply fractions. All right. So please get your notebook. And what page are we on? 24 maybe.
I'm 26.
All right.
I'm 31.
All right. So on your appropriate page, please write the title multiplying fractions. Now, how do you think this lesson is gonna go? You think this is something easy or hard? Easy. Now let me ask you a question. What is easy? Adding fractions or subtracting fractions?
Adding.
Alright, so what is easier? Adding or multiplying? Right or no?
Multiplying. Adding, no adding.
Let me ask you again, Marvin. Marvin, what do you think is easier? Adding or multiplying? Okay, well, for some people, adding is very easy. Multiplying is kind of hard because they're still dealing with their math facts that they should have learned in second grade. But today we're going to concentrate on multiplying fractions. So what we're going to do is we're going to say that it's a very easy process. Multiplying fractions is a really very easy process. Right? So if you're good with your math facts, this is just a breeze. Alright, so it has just a few steps. Just a couple of steps. And I see that people are not writing in red and pen like I asked. And Friday, I am going to sit down and I'm going to go through every single notebook. And it's very looking nice. And it should be having everything that we talk about. Alright, so very easy steps. Alright, so step number one, or A, step A, or whatever you want to call it. We're going to say that you need to multiply the numerator first. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to multiply the numerator. Okay, that's step one. Step two. What you're going to do is you're going to multiply what? What are we going to multiply second?
Multiply
The denominator. Thank you. All right.
What happens if the denominator is different?
It has good question. It doesn't mean anything because for multiplying and dividing, we really do not care what the denominator looks like.
Oh.
It's only for adding and subtracting. So it's going to be something very easy to do. All right. So the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to, guess what? What would be the next step? No, we're not going to add because we multiply. What do we do when we get the answer?
Write it down and
Simplify. Thank you. So the next thing that we're going to do is simplify. What is the answer of multiplication called?
the product. The product.
The product. Good. So we're going to simplify the product. And we're done.
That's all.
That's all.
3 steps.
That's it.
So you multiply the numerators first, multiply the denominators, and then you simplify. That's easy, actually.
That's extremely easy.
Easy.
Alright, so let's write the example and we're gonna use very easy fractions that we all know.
3/4.
With 3/4, I will be wanting. Alright, that you can write with a pencil. 1/2 times 3/4. Everybody knows these numbers, right?
3/4.
This is like multiplying 50 cents times 75 cents. Alright, but it's easy with fractions because my numbers are pretty small, right?
Yes.
Instead of multiplying 0.50 times 0.75, so 1/2 and 3/4. So, step 1, multiply the numerator. Easy peasy. 1 times 3 is 3. 2 times 4 is 8. That's step number 2.
Simplify it.
And the last step is to simplify the product.
That's 1/4. You can.
No, this is already simplified because
simplified.
3 and 8 does not have common factors. So
Oh.
I am done. Multiply.
2 times 4.
Now how hard was that?
That was not hard at all.
That was not hard at all. Now I am going to move on to the next page. You're still in the same page, right?
Yes.
Alright. So I need you to write as a title or a subtitle, multiplying. This thing is slow today. Multiplying fractions with models.
With like car models?
With models. No, not with car models. Hello.
No, bar.
Ah, bar models. Yes, thank you. Yes, who said that? That's good. We actually gonna use bar model. Alright, so what we're gonna do is the one we already know the product because we did it before. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna multiply 1/2 times 3/4. So we already know how to do it, but now this time we're gonna do it with models. Sometimes people can draw and see a clear picture of what the process is, and that's why we're gonna do that. So the first thing that I am gonna do is I'm gonna make a model of each factor, right? Can we draw a model of a half?
Yes.
Yes. Now when you're drawing, I need you to make the models of the same size. Now, the different denominator is gonna give you a different part, so that's gonna be different. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to make them that they're the same size.
I'm done.
Right? Okay. So
Mr. Renner, can't you like draw one box and then just put like a line?
yeah, but what I want you right now is I need you to look that they're gonna be the same size, right?
Yes.
Now, well, the first one is half, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna color this half. Actually, I'm gonna color this half green.
But do we just color shade it in?
Yes, but I need you to use 2 colors, and I would prefer that you don't use your pen.
Okay.
I don't have color.
All right, now I need you to look at this. That I made my model of a half. I did it horizontal. Okay, now what I am going to do now is I'm going to make the model of 3/4. I really need for you guys to use 2 colors. And what I'm gonna do is I am going to use a different color.
I don't have colors.
3/4. So I am going to draw 3/4. Now I am not filling this out like if I have crayons because this will take forever. But can you tell that I have 3/4?
Yes.
Right? So the difference here is that I did this side, I did it vertical. I did it vertical. Alright? Now, what we're going to do is that we're not going to use the numbers. We are going to use the models to multiply. So, this is what's going to happen. I am going to take this model. I'm going to wait until everybody's looking at me. I'm going to take this model. Let's say I'm going to cut it. And I'm going to put it on top of this. So, in other words, I'm going to superimpose it. I'm going to superimpose this one on this one. Or, you know the community law that you can multiply 3 times 4 or 1 times 3 times 4 times 1.5 or 1.5 times 3 times 4. It doesn't matter. 5 times 7 is 35. 7 times 5 is 35, right? That's the commutative law. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of them and I'm going to put it on top of the other. I'm going to superimpose it. However, I cannot cut it, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw it here. I'm going to draw it here. Right? So what I did is I drew the 3/4. So what I'm going to do is I am going to superimpose or put on top the half.
That makes us the numbers?
Yeah, we're not dealing with numbers now. We're only dealing with model. Right? So what I'm going to do is I am going to draw this one on top. Right? So this one is what? One line in the middle? Right?
Yes.
So I'm going to draw one line in the middle.
Okay.
Let me make it black. I'm going to draw one line in the middle. Right? And now I am going to draw, or I'm going to color in green the model of. Now, so I need every single person to copy what I just did. Copy it and I'm going to explain it to you in 1 minute. Yes. The last part. Okay. I what happened here? I don't know what you did here.
I did mine good.
Ya, y aquí no puedes pintar con 2 colores, con 3 4 colores. Alright, guys, I need everybody to look at me. I'm looking around at your papers and I noticed that some of you did a good job, but some of you painted a color with the same color. Some of you color with 4 different colors, and that's not really going to work. And you need to do it like I asked you before. You need to use 2 colors, and you need to make sure that your models are the same size, right? I asked several times that your models have to be the same size. Now, so you don't get it because your models are not the same size, and there have too many parts. Okay, so let's find out here. What is my answer, right? What is my answer? So I'm going to look at my superimposed models here, and I can see here that I have the purple going down, and I have the green going sideways, right? So I am going to look only at the ones that are colored twice. Only at the ones that are colored twice, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you here how many are colored twice. This one is colored twice, this one's colored twice. So I have 3 that are colored twice, right? Guess what? 3 that are colored twice, that is my numerator. That's my numerator. And I also have how many are colored either once or not colored at all. Or let's say it this way. How many parts does this entire model have?
8.
It has 8 parts, right? So that tells me that that's the denominator. 3/8. Fácil o difícil?
Fácil.
That's way too easy, right?
Yeah.
Now, what is the key here? The key is that your model has to be nice and neat, right? Your model have to have 2 different colors, right? And the most important thing is that one model has to be horizontal, and one model has to be vertical.
It's easier the first one.
All right, so we're gonna try a different one. All right, I'm gonna erase this one.
Practice or missing?
Practice, practice. So
Now,
I am going to erase this one.
I still have only the first.
All right, now, Miss Houston, give me a fraction, please, that is not so big.
4/8.
4/8 is 1/2. All right, Luis, give me a fraction that is not so big, please, because I don't want to do big ones when you're learning. Luis,
5/8.
5/8.
Nice.
How about we do 2/3?
Yeah.
All right.
Thinking of 2/3.
Thank you for telling me which ones to do, but we'll make it easy, and then you can do the harder ones later.
Yeah.
All right. So, who can tell me what is the first thing I need to do?
Multiply the
No, we're doing it with
No.
models.
You have to make one horizontal and one vertical.
Exactly. I need to draw the model, right? I am going to try to keep them that both are the same size.
This time
All right. So I have 1/2 times 2/3.
So now I need to put it to shade them.
All right. Now, be sure that you use different colors. Right? All right. So I am gonna stick to my same colors. I'm gonna do this one,
Red and green.
green.
Look at my pencil shading. That's my green.
And I am going to do my 2/3. I'm gonna make them. How about orange?
Yeah.
All right.
I like orange.
2/3 are gonna be orange.
When do we get to use the boards?
All right. Do you agree that we have the right model?
Yes.
And now you need to post it. And post it on top of it.
Superimpose it, right?
Yes.
One, I have 1/2, and I have
2/3.
2/3. All right. It will be easy to know that. It'll be easy to know that what the answer is, right?
Yes.
Who can tell me what the answer is just by multiplying in their head? Enrique.
1/3.
No.
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 2/6.
Actually, you know what?
2/6.
1/3 is right. Give me 5.
Oh yes,
He's right because he simplified. He was
Oh,
ahead of
yes.
me.
Yeah, 1/3.
All right. So we know that the answer is gonna be 1/3. Now we're gonna do it with the model, right?
I bet you Renee.
So I am going to create the model. I don't like it. Let me erase it. Alright, so I have 2/3.
I made.
And what I'm going to do, now I'm gonna superimpose my half on it, which is gonna be like this. Which I bring. Alright, that looks good.
Yes.
Of course, beautiful.
Of
Always.
course.
Alright, so what are we gonna do? We're gonna come up with a product. So
It's 2/6 or 1/3.
how many parts are shaded or colored twice? Two. These two are shaded twice, right? So 2
is our numerator.
2/6.
and how many parts altogether?
6.
6 parts.
And that equals
And of course, they both have a common factor.
And they
What's the common factor?
1/3.
What's the common factor?
3.
3. Thank you very much. So divide both of them by. I'm sorry. Can we divide this by 3?
No.
2. You see, I even fell for it. So my answer is gonna be 2 divided by 2 is 1. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So
Mr. Garrett, the picture takes too long. I know.
Isn't that
It would be
so,
easy.
but it's easier.
Can we do the
I
one
know,
now?
butterfly.